They said the Sahel would be isolated, forgotten, cut off from the rest of Africa after the bold exit of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger from ECOWAS. They said no African leader would dare walk into Ouagadougou and stand beside Captain Ibrahim Traore. But today, history proved them wrong. President Julius Maada Bio of Sierra Leone, not just as a head of state, but as the sitting chairman of ECOWAS, came face-to-face with Traore in the heart of Burkina Faso. And the words he spoke have shaken the entire debate about the AES and ECOWAS. Stay with me, because in this video we will summarize that powerful speech from President Maada Bio, and then dive deep into what it really means, the symbolism, the hidden undertones, and the sharp contrast between Bio and Bola Tinubu of Nigeria, the man who engineered the AES-ECOWAS crisis, yet never set foot in the Sahel to mend fences. And this is the second visit of Maada Bio to Burkina Faso within 1 year. After you hear this analysis, you'll understand why this visit could reshape the future of West. President Maada Bio's speech in Ouagadougou was filled with both warmth and weight. He thanked Traore, his brother, and the people of Burkina Faso for their warm welcome. He said this was his second visit, not just as a president, but as the chair of ECOWAS, to show solidarity with a country making great efforts under the weight of a difficult security crisis. He acknowledged the divisions in West Africa, but insisted that for him, there is no real division, that the West African family must remain one. He stressed that Burkina Faso was not alone and that peace and stability must come before development. He drew a personal connection, reminding everyone that he too was once a soldier, once a military ruler, and later transformed Sierra Leone from war to democracy. And he used a striking proverb: if your mouth is rotten, you don't cut it off, you fix it and live with it. His point was clear. West Africa is one body, and you cannot throw part of it away. On the surface, it was a speech of friendship and fraternity, but beneath it lies something much deeper, something that speaks volumes about the future of ECOWAS, the AES, and the entire Pan-African project. And that's what we're about to analyze together. First, let's him directly.
I want to start by thanking my brother, the president, and the people of this great country for the warm welcome that we always get when we come to Burkina Faso. Today has not been an exception. And on behalf of my delegation, I want to thank the president and the people that this time round I'm here on behalf of West Africa, ECOWAS, and also myself as a person, and on behalf of Sierra Leone. I'm here the second time because we have to show solidarity with a country that is making a great effort, but yet still held back because of the security situation. We want to see what we can do to let the world know what is happening in this great country and why it is important that we come together to help the security situation. I also have discussed with my brother and the whole of other people around the world that we need to keep the family, the West African family, together. We were once together, but today, because of certain developments, we seem to be divided. But I don't see that division. And I'm working as chair of ECOWAS to see how I can bring them back. We stay together. We are brothers. We can never be divided. So my visit here is solidarity, to show solidarity, to show him and Burkina Faso that you are not in this alone, and that we will do everything possible to make sure that we will have peace again in this country. And that which is supposed to be our preoccupation as developing countries, which is development, we will embark on that fully. I take particular interest because Sierra Leone has been in this situation before. I happen to have been a military man at that time in his position, and I know it quite too well. And I was able to navigate that situation. I was able to to introduce peace in Sierra Leone, and today I'm a democratically elected president of that nation. So I come to share my experience with him and the other AES countries and to appeal to them. We have a proverb in our language. If your mouth gets rotten and it's smelling, you can't throw it away. You fix the mouth and you continue with your life. So we are brothers, we are in the same region, and we cannot afford to be apart. And that is why I keep coming here to show you that we care and that we do everything to make sure that peace returns to Burkina Faso. Thank you very much.
Now that you have listened to the speech, first let's talk about symbolism. Imagine the image. Traore, the young captain who defied France, who led Burkina Faso out of Akawas, who stood firm with Mali and Niger to build the alliance of Sahel states. And beside him, the official chairman of ECOWAS, representing the very organization Burkina Faso rejected. This is not a small thing. This is Africa telling the world that even with political rifts, the conversation continues. That even with sanctions, suspensions, and propaganda, African leaders can still look each other in the eye and call each other brother. That symbolism alone is explosive. It sends a signal not just to West Africa, but to France, the United States, and every external player trying to exploit the cracks in African unity. Now contrast this with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the outgoing president of Nigeria.